friends, welcome back to my podcast. I hope you're having an absolutely fantastic day. My name is Olivia and you are live with Liv. I'm just in my car on my way to go pick up our special guest for the day, and I hope you'll stick around and come chat with us. I am just at the spot where I'm picking up our guest. She is about to hop in the car. And here she comes. Here is our special guest. Say hello.
Hello.
Hi everybody, I am now here with my best friend Taryn. We have known each other for 16 years. Fun little story about us is actually our dads have known each other since elementary school and been best friends since they were in high school. That is basically how we know each other.
Yeah, hey guys. So we're just chilling in a Save on Foods parking garage right now, filming this. Pretty fun stuff. We're just gonna take the day today to chat with you for a little bit, see where the conversation leads. Who knows what we'll end up talking about, honestly. Hey guys, I'm Taryn. So I'm currently a grade 11 student at Argyle, and I like to think I'm a pretty outgoing girl. I like to laugh a lot, really like my friends. And yeah, right now I'm just in a marketing class and I have a spare, so this quarter for me has been really good. Not too much work, which is good. Definitely the whole quarter system with school's been beneficial for me with grades and everything. Being able to focus on 2 classes at once is really good.
Yeah, I definitely agree that only having 2 courses makes it a lot easier to stay focused on those courses because you're not having to worry about anything else.
Like, it's crazy to me to think back to having 8 classes at once.
Totally.
Like, 4 classes a day. Like, that's crazy to me for some reason, just because we're in this new routine.
Mm-hmm. I feel like for us, though, since we're used to the 2-week schedule, having the same class every single day does sometimes get difficult because I always have to do homework the day that I get it because I don't have that day in between where I have a break and I have my other classes instead.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah. And it's sometimes also, too, just the long classes.
Oh, for sure.
The long classes are difficult.
2.5 hours, I think, is just...
It's a lot.
It's a lot. It's a little much, definitely.
And for some reason, the 2.5 hour classes make the day feel longer than having 4 different classes. I just feel like there was more, you got up, you moved around the school more, you had different, change of pace in each class, and seeing different teachers, being with different groups of friends, it just kind of made the day a little bit more fun, I thought.
Also, for me, I've never been to school until 3 o'clock because up until this year, I was in the peak program.
Yeah,
so I only had school until lunch every single day. So for me, being at school from that 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock to 3 is really different. It's kind of weird actually being there for the full day.
And then, you're less likely to be up all night doing homework if you're able to have that extra, 2 hours.
Isn't it crazy, though, that the school schedule is about to switch?
Oh, I know.
Next Thursday, we switch.
That's crazy for me. It's gone by
so fast.
The fact that, we're not, we've got a few weeks left of this quarter, just, in general.
Yeah. 5 more weeks, another month of this quarter, and then we're done, and it's on to the last one. Oh, super fun thing, actually.
We have our first class together.
We have our first class ever together at the end. It's my last class of the year. Next quarter, I've only got 1 class, and it's social justice, and we have the same class.
I know. We've never had a class together with the whole age difference and everything.
And even though, we went to the same elementary school, but I was in French immersion, and Taryn was in the English, so we never were in a split class or anything together, so hopefully that'll be super fun and exciting.
Yeah, that'll be fun.
What's your other course?
Psych. Which will be interesting.
Oh, interesting. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I've heard some
I've
heard some mixed reviews on that course.
I know, I'm interested.
But I always thought it would be kind of interesting. I'm kind of thinking about maybe seeing if I could take a psych course in university.
Yeah, that would be fun.
I feel like that'd be cool.
I'll let you know how I like it.
Yeah, do that.
Yeah. What are things looking like for next year?
Oh, well, I am currently just in a little bit of a pickle. I have a couple options, and I just don't really know which one I'm going to go with because I don't really know what I want to do. So I did apply to be in a program at SFU the Bachelor of Fine Arts and a major in dance, but now I'm thinking I'm going to switch out of it because the course isn't exactly what I thought it was going to be.
Right.
So I'm just going through that whole situation right now, thinking of completely switching faculties.
Yeah.
And then I also have Le Mans as an option, which is, for anyone listening who does not know, Le Mans Dance is a full-time pre-professional contemporary dance company that I have auditioned and gotten into. So I do have that option. However, if I do that, doing school at the same time is either not an option or probably going to be really hard to do.
Yeah, it'd be hard to keep up with both.
Definitely would be difficult, I think, to do both.
Yeah.
And honestly, at the moment, I'm not really sure what I'm leaning towards.
Yeah, well, it's so hard to, like, figure out. Even just, like, picking courses for grade 12, like, they're telling you, oh, you have to, like,
What
pick
course?
a direction.
Yeah, what
I'm
courses
taking
are you
mostly,
taking?
like, business courses. I'm not doing a science.
You're not doing
I've
a science,
decided,
really?
I've decided I'm not going into sciences,
Oh,
which
okay.
I've always known. I've
Yeah.
always known that.
But you're actually, yeah.
Yeah.
Because okay, cool.
Like, I'm not going to take bio just because I don't do well in a science class,
Yeah.
and it's just, I'd rather not take it, I guess.
That's
It's basically
fine.
just my,
Yeah?
yeah, so I'm, yeah.
What other?
Taking, like, economic theory.
Yeah, that was a good
e-commerce.
course. Yeah, that's the one I'm in
Taking
right
account-
now.
I'm taking accounting
Okay, cool.
and stuff, so we'll see how that goes. Yearbook too, I think.
You're taking yearbook?
Yeah, I'm gonna get, the yearbook's gonna be all next year. The funny thing is I've never bought a yearbook through all the years.
I was looking through the yearbook the other day.
I know, they're funny to look through, and like
Yeah.
all my friends have them and stuff, but I've never like bought my own. We have one that was from my brother's grade 12 year, but besides that, like I don't have any. So I'll get one next year.
You'll get one next year for your grade 12
Yeah.
year. Well, I mean, if you ever
Pretty
want to look through the yearbooks, you just hop on over to my house because I've got them all.
Well, isn't it funny? Because both of our dads went to Argyle, and they were a year apart as well. So it's funny to look back in their old Argyle yearbooks.
Hope you have fun in the waterbed this summer. An iconic statement in
I
the
know.
Dave Shira's yearbook.
The comments in the yearbook, they're so funny.
They are really fun. That is one reason why I've always gotten them, I think, for high school, because it's just something to look through in the future and to
Memories.
look back on. Yeah.
And it's even just like so funny, like looking back at me like on grade 8 and like
Yeah.
oh, so different. And then
Yeah.
you can even just imagine like how you acted in grade 8, like it's so different. It's crazy.
Completely different. Totally. Yeah.
It's so crazy. It definitely is funny. Like even just with you graduating this year, like it's funny. They tell you, "Oh, high school's gonna go by so fast," and you're always like, "Wow, it's 5 years.
No, it
high school
won't.
sucks."
It's gonna take forever, and
But then it actually kind of does. Like
it's done.
like-
I finish this quarter and I have one class left and I am completely done high school.
Like that's insane. That's so crazy to me.
Yeah, and I'm thinking that this year, like for me, I don't really get much
I
of a
know.
grade 12 year.
That's so like that's
So far we've had 0 grad events. The only things we've got to experience is the dress up days at school, and because of the fact that the school schedule is so weird this year,
Yeah.
I've missed 2 out of I think 4 of the dress up days.
yeah.
So I haven't really felt like it's been much of a grade 12 year. We haven't had the daddy-daughter dance, the boat cruise.
Yeah.
Haven't bought any of the dresses right now.
Well, even by now, you would be like talking about prom dresses,
well,
banquet, everything.
prom dresses, let me tell you. People are buying them.
Oh, really?
There are people that have been spending $500, $600, $800 on their dresses
Oh my
right now.
gosh. I don't think I even would spend that much just
No.
on a regular
I don't.
year.
I think even if it was a regular year, I wouldn't. But
No.
I've been looking at dresses.
So they'll just kind of do small little things. I
Yeah,
guess.
like there's not gonna
you
be
can at
any.
least take pictures too.
Yeah, there's not gonna be any actual like grade
Prom,
event,
dance.
prom, banquet, any of that. But I think what everyone's just sort of assuming is by the time it's summery-ish time, the guidelines are going to be let
Yeah.
up a little bit, and we'll hopefully be able to do things just in our small groups of friends. So like 5 to 10 people maybe or something. The girls will all get dressed up in their dresses. I know we already have Olivia's aunt booked. She's a photographer.
Oh.
So she was supposed to be taking photos for us, so I think
Oh, that's
we'll
awesome.
hopefully still get to do that, so like our little group of girls can still take photos together.
Oh, that's fun.
But yeah, what we've all been talking about is we're just gonna buy cheaper dresses.
just like on those
I
online
think
websites.
yeah, I think I'm just gonna order one. I've actually found some that I really like. I think I'm
just
gonna
as-
get like an emerald green dress.
Oh my god. I feel like we've definitely looked at the same one.
Why? Where have you
Just
looked?
because it always comes up on like Instagram, the like meshky ones.
I don't know.
Oh, never mind. Okay.
But I mean, maybe I'll take a look there. But yeah, so I think I'm just gonna buy a dress, like something
Yeah.
that's like $100 or less or something like
That
that, just so that I can get the fun of
feel.
it. It is really sad not being able to go to the stores and try on all the dresses and put the big princess dresses on.
I don't think I would ever wear a big princess dress, though, regardless.
No, but I still want to try one on.
I know, just for the fun of it would be very fun. I agree.
It would be so fun.
And even just, like, I remember when my brother had, like, the actual school-planned prom. He said it wasn't even, the prom part wasn't that fun, but it's still just, you know, you get ready before.
The after prom!
Yeah, the after
I want
prom.
the after prom, and I know we all totally do. We're still doing, like, a small, I think it's, like, you're in a little cohort, you get that small group of people, so I guess it's the last
like,
name.
time slots. That's
Yeah,
what they did
and then
last
you'll go
year.
walk across the fake mini stage, get your diploma, and leave, which is sad. I want to be able to throw my cap up into the air with all my friends and stuff,
I know.
but realistically, that's just not going to happen, and we just have to accept the fact that it's not going to happen. COVID sucks. So many people have lost so many things, and we just have to know that what we're doing right now is the safest, and know that we're doing what we need to be doing to keep ourselves safe.
Yeah, I agree.
Okay, so to continue on the topic of COVID and how it's affected us.
Our favorite topic.
Yeah, I feel like this is really something that gets talked about a lot just because it's so big in our lives right now. But for me, a few months ago, I had to quarantine because I was in contact with someone who had COVID. So I actually had to quarantine for 2 weeks. It was right at the start of the second quarter of school, and I unfortunately missed a whole ton of school, which really was stressful, and I was really struggling to be able to converse with my teacher and plan and get my work done. It was also such a struggle just having to stay in my bedroom. Well, yes, in my bed, basically. I was in my bed the entire time on my own. My parents had to bring down dinner to my door, then run away. Then I would open the door for them to bring it to me. I definitely, when I was quarantining, hit a point where I was just so fed up and didn't want to be there anymore and didn't want to be doing it anymore. I think it for sure took a toll on my mental health.
It's hard too because you and I both were really social people and we like to be around other people. We always have been like that.
Yeah.
And I like my downtime, but that much, you're just left to your own thoughts
Totally.
too.
You're literally just in your head the entire time.
Which is so hard, just on everything. It takes such a toll. And, experiencing that when we first went into lockdown, that was so difficult.
Yeah.
And, it was definitely a breath of fresh air, when you could start going out for walks. And, we would go on walks.
That is one thing I'm really grateful for, was when we were allowed to go out and walk around with one person. And Taryn and I would go out for walks, probably almost every day.
We went a lot.
We would just go walk around and just chat. Sometimes we didn't really have anything to talk about because it's not like there's anything we needed to update each other on our lives. But we would just go and walk together.
Yeah.
Get some fresh air, get some time with another human being that's not someone in your family, because I know there were definitely many moments in time where I would have sucker punched anyone in my family because they were so freaking annoying.
Yeah, it's hard. It's hard to be cooped up like that. It's so hard. And yeah, I would say part of it also, I feel like my family and I, in some ways we were a bit closer.
Yeah.
Because we don't spend a lot of time together all that much. We don't sit down every night and have a family dinner.
Yeah.
And everything. So we kind of started doing that, and we'd hang out a bit more with each other, which was nice, but then also not the nicest.
Yeah,
all
definitely.
the time.
I spent some quality time with my brother during the first lockdown because that was when I was moving downstairs, so I was redoing my room. He helped me build my bed. He helped me with all that kind of stuff, and I feel like we were hanging out a lot. My brother and I would go on bike rides because we were allowed to go out, but we weren't allowed to go see anyone, so we would go out together, the two of us, go bike around our neighborhood at night. Yeah. That kind of stuff, which was good. Got us out. And I think because of the fact that we weren't allowed to go see anyone, I wasn't really going out that much. I wasn't going out on my own.
Yeah.
But yeah, having Sam, that's my brother's name in case you didn't know, be there also definitely was helpful because yes, he's younger than me. He's 3.5 years younger than me, but it's a different interaction than my interactions are with my parents.
Oh, totally.
Which is completely
it's
just different.
And we're lucky at least to have pretty fun parents. At
yes.
least, I could not imagine having super hard not fun to talk to parents.
Yeah.
And just being with them, like, that
Yeah.
would not work with me. Like, not at all. That would be difficult a ton. And yeah, like, I would go out for drives with my brother, which would make things.
That is one thing why I wish I had my
Yeah.
N back then, was because gas was super cheap.
Oh, I know.
So me and Sam could have just gone driving around and
was
done
like-
whatever
I
every
know.
single night.
Yeah, I totally wish I had my L then, too. Like,
You could have been
practicing them.
practicing driving. That is one
Yeah.
thing I did at the beginning of quarantine, was I was doing a lot of practicing driving
Yeah.
with my mom. We would go out, drive at night. We'd watch the sunset and go drive around. One night, I remember, actually, I drove us down to Deep Cove, and we just went out and we stood on the beach and we just kind of watched the sunset, and that was actually really nice. I got to spend some quality time with my mom,
Yeah.
who I am pretty close with,
Yeah.
for sure, but that was like a different level, because we don't really hang out, just the two of us.
Yeah, I've definitely been
But-
hanging out with my mom a lot more now because she's been off work for a little bit on, like, long-term injury, whatever. She broke her arm a few years ago. And then she's going back soon.
A very long term leave
very
from
long
work.
term.
Very long term, yes.
She had a few surgeries, but she's going back soon. But right now, especially because I'm not at school all that much even, her and I spend a ton of time together. Well, there's just, like, we'll go out for lunch sometimes. So, like, definitely spent a lot more time with my mom, which I've actually been liking.
Yeah,
But I will say I do like coming home from school and nobody being there, but I come home
definitely.
with my brother and my mom.
My mom's
there.
my mom, due to COVID, has been working from home for
Your whole
nearly
family's-
a year now. My dad
Yeah.
has always worked from home just because he's got a home office and it's always been like that. But having both my parents home when I get home from school is really weird.
I like it quiet. I like a quiet house sometimes.
Yeah, I'll come home and I'll just go and sit in my mom's office and be like, hey, and I'll just
Yeah.
sit there while she's working,
Yeah.
which is really weird because that's so not normal for us.
Yeah, I feel like also just, like, getting older, you respect your mom more, I feel like. Just
Totally.
in general. Like, and it's more of a friendship.
Yes.
A lot more because we don't get in trouble for that much, I'd say.
I'd
We're
say our parents are pretty
Very similar.
chill.
Yeah, and
Pretty
they're quite
chill.
similar.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they are.
And then, yeah, so it's nice. It's definitely more of a friendship than a super, like, a resentment thing. Like, I feel like that's such a big thing. Is
Yeah.
resenting your parents.
Yeah.
For a lot
And of course I get
teenagers.
mad at my parents and I get annoyed when they don't let me do
Oh,
things.
yeah.
But then I just have to think about all the other things that they do let me do because they're so chill compared to
Yeah.
some other parents.
Yeah.
Most of the time if I just ask something, I'll be allowed as long as
Yeah.
they know where I am, who I'm with, know that I'm safe.
And our
I'm allowed
parents
to
are
do
also
most.
good about knowing us and that we're decent, like, we're responsible, I'd say. And they trust us.
It's the trust. It's totally all about the trust with your
If
parents.
there's no trust, like, what do you expect?
Yeah,
There's a lot of it.
yeah.
And
You
it
don't
can
have
be both.
anything if you don't have trust.
Yeah.
It's so important trust is so important in any kind of a relationship. But especially with a parent, as long as if your parent trusts you, they are so much more
Yeah.
willing. They're so much more, wow, that's not English. They are way more likely willing to allow you to do things. I'm getting a phone call. I think it's some random number. Yeah, solicitor's been calling me all week. Anyways, yeah, trust. So if you trust your parents and they trust you, they're gonna let me, wow, I can't. I need a
My mom
pause.
has always said this one thing. She always says, I trust you. She just doesn't trust other people. Because my mom can be really paranoid about
That's
certain
true.
things.
She can.
Like walking alone. Just walking alone. Even just during the day, walking alone. She gets nervous
yeah, she does.
She gets nervous about those kind of things, which I, like, do too. So, yeah, she's always been like that. Like, I trust you, I just don't always trust other people. Which is, like, fair. And she's, like, also my parents, they're very involved with my friends that I'm around, too.
Well, speaking of that.
Oh.
Yes, no, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Your mom has known me since I was born.
Yeah.
My mom has known you since you were born.
Yeah. And even just my school friends, too, because my house, obviously before COVID, was very much, I would always have my friends over.
Me too. I was always having my friends
So
over.
our friends are around, and my parents know and really like the girls that I'm friends
And
with.
they know them.
They know them well, and they like them a ton, and they, like, trust them.
That's one thing that I love about us is that, yeah, our dads were friends, but then our moms have also become really
Yeah.
good friends. And our moms are friends with, like, they're all just friends, and we're friends. So we will all hang out.
Yeah, and it's fun.
Like, a couple weekends ago, I had to drop something off at Taryn's house.
That's funny.
Taryn wasn't home, and I just went inside, and I just started hanging out with her parents. And I just
Yeah.
hung out with them for, like, an hour, just chatting.
Yeah.
So that's really cool
It's-
that how you have, like, a mother-daughter, father-daughter relationship with my parents, and I
Yeah.
also have the same relationship with your parents, which is really awesome.
Which I love,
think.
Because also just, like, I mean, we never had to, but, like, your mom's always in a situation been like, you can call me, no questions asked, anytime, I won't tell your mom, which is a really great thing, too.
Mm-hmm.
Just because there's such, like, we have connections, which is just the best thing.
And I think that that's so awesome for me because I have a really small family.
Same.
So knowing that Taryn's family is basically like my family, and then we also have these 2 other families that are just as close with us.
Yeah.
So knowing that all of those people are basically my family, it's just really good to have that because I don't have a big family. I have 1 grandma, 1 aunt, 1 uncle, and 2 cousins.
Yeah.
And then my parents and my brother, and that is my entire family.
Yeah.
So having all those extra people in my life who treat me like family and who I treat as family, I think is really awesome.
Yeah, I agree. And it's also just so reassuring to know, like, I can say with confidence, like, we'll be friends our whole lives.
Yes, 100%.
That whole, like, group of family friendship, like, that'll always be there. And, like, it's not gonna just go.
It's not going anywhere, no matter what happens.
Which is just, like, the best. And that's what really gives the family feeling, too.
Yeah.
You know, family's always there, just like everyone. Yeah, because you never know, like, even just, like, my girlfriends and I at school will talk about, like, oh, do you think we'll, like, end up staying in touch after high school? And, like, you don't know.
You don't know. That's true, you don't. You totally don't.
Everyone moves away. People change, like...
Yeah, everyone goes to university, like, moves away. Like, I know right now, 2 of my really close friends are moving away to go to school.
Yeah.
And who knows when, after we graduate, when the next time I'll see them will be.
Yeah, exactly.
Because you just don't know what's going to happen, and everyone's moving away, everyone's getting older, everyone's growing.
Yeah.
It's just a big question.
It's
like, who knows?
Super weird. Yeah.
We don't know until we actually experience that. Yeah.
Literally. It's so strange. It's weird getting older.
It's really weird getting older. I don't... Thinking about the fact that I'm 18 right now is ridiculous.
That's so weird.
That is so old.
Weird.
In 1 year from now, I can legally drink alcohol. Legally being the key word.
That'll be fun. That'll be so fun.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Imagine going to clubs.
Imagine
like,
that. Imagine that. Imagine pulling out your ID. I'll be a bit behind. But...
You will be a lot behind. Maybe a little fake ID coming Taryn's way or something. But yeah, excited. Can't wait.
Excited. Can't wait for the future. I'm excited to travel again. That's one thing I'm
so
super excited
to be able to travel.
I don't want to stay in Vancouver my whole life, I think, is where I'm going right now. So I want to go to new places. I love tropical. I love the sun. I don't love rain at all. I hate it.
Yeah.
So I'm excited to go, like, new places. I'm interested to see what traveling's like after COVID, though. I feel like it'll be really expensive.
It's gonna be so different, I think.
Yeah.
One thing I've heard is, like, you're not gonna be allowed to fly unless you have your little ticket that says, I've been vaccinated.
Yeah. And we're the last people to get vaccinated, so that's...
Vaccines.
That's a long time.
Hopefully those are coming up our alleys soon.
I know, right?
Yeah.
Hopefully. I've heard... A friend told me, apparently everyone's supposed to be vaccinated by, like, next September. Everyone, even including us.
That's not that bad.
I mean,
What is that, like 6 months away?
Yeah. I don't know if I believe that, though.
I feel like it's always going to end up taking a little bit longer than they say it.
I've kind of learned not to have high hopes about when it comes to COVID.
Yeah, totally.
Because, like, I just remember going into full-on lockdown and my mom telling me she thought it would only be, like, a month.
That's like my dad. COVID's fake. Shut up. No, it's not. You don't believe that. He just says it and he just totally doesn't believe that.
Yeah.
But from the beginning of lockdown, my dad's like, it's not a big deal.
Yeah.
It won't last long. You'll be back to school in 2 weeks. Well, look at us. 1 year later and we're still, life is not back to normal.
No.
I was actually talking to him today. He's like, you know COVID's not going away, right? And I'm like,
know.
I know. And he's like, just saying that we're gonna have to start to get back to normal and start doing things even though it's not going away. Like, we're gonna have to figure out, this is our new life now.
Eventually, it's somewhat gonna have to be normalized.
Yeah.
Even just people, this sounds so strange, but even, like, people getting it,
Yeah?
like, it's super, like, if somebody gets it, it's this giant thing.
It's
a lot more common
crazy
to get it than we think. I think
Yeah.
it's just not that, like, even just, like, 2 weeks ago, there were tons of people at Argyle that got it and stuff.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, yeah, it's a pretty big deal. It
is. But then again, like, it's gonna
our
be
life.
normalized because I think everyone at this point sort of knows somebody who has had it.
Yeah, or been
affected by it.
Yeah.
Like, I know someone who has had it. I've had to
known
quarantine.
multiple.
Well, now after the past 2 weeks, I know lots of people who have had it.
Yeah.
I've had to quarantine because of it, because I was in contact with someone who had it. Thankfully, I didn't get it.
Yeah.
But I did still have to quarantine because of that. Like, we've all been affected by it.
And I think that goes with, like, how they're not putting us on lockdown again. It's because, one, like, just, like, the economy and everything, like, it was so hard just, like, on everything, where it is, unless you want things to go completely downhill, like, just, like, everything in the world-wise, you gotta kind of keep things normalized, which sucks.
That's very true.
It sucks because it's, like, a balancing thing of trying to keep COVID down, but also trying to keep life as normal as possible, it's just
I would love
hard.
life to be normal.
I know.
But
I know. Like, how weird is this gonna be to, like, tell our kids?
I lived through a global pandemic.
Like, that's so crazy to me.
What?
I'm not even gonna lie, I didn't know what pandemic meant before. I'm not even lying. I remember before spring break, somebody was like, they're calling it a pandemic, and I was like, what
You're
is
like,
that?
they're calling it a what?
I'm like, what's that?
Honestly, I don't think I knew, I knew, oh, it's a pandemic, it's like a sickness or something, but I didn't actually realize, what it was. You probably just didn't even know the word at all.
No. That's to Google search that.
Oh, I'm sure you did.
Well, because in science this year is when we went over viruses and everything. We looked into...
Oh my gosh,
Yeah.
the scariest thing last year, just as COVID sort of becoming a thing, we watched this movie in science class called The Contagion, I think is what it was called.
I watched it during lockdown.
It's a movie all about a virus.
Started from a pig as well.
Started from a
Bat and a pig being in
pig,
the same room.
something being in the same enclosure, bat eating pig's poop or something. Someone ate it, and then they all got sick, and everyone was just dropping dead, dying in the streets.
Theirs was a lot more chaotic.
Yes, that was a lot more chaotic, and it was a movie. But this movie, I watched it just as COVID was first being heard of. We're all like, this is what it's gonna be like, this is what's gonna happen, what are we gonna do?
I know. That's so insane.
Yeah.
That's so, that's insane.
That was scary. That was actually scary.
Yeah. No, I watched it, a month into quarantine. I was like,
Did you just watch it for fun?
Yeah, because everyone was talking about it. And it was on, the Netflix, top 10 thing.
Because everyone was watching.
Yeah. That was insane. Oh, my God.
I feel like people expected it to be more like that, honestly.
Yeah.
More, of course it's not good, but more hectic.
I kind of thought so, too. Which, it kind of was. Remember the whole grocery store thing? You couldn't buy toilet paper anywhere.
Oh, my gosh. See, I forgot about all of that.
Yeah. That was
the
that time?
mass... I don't even know what I'm trying to say. But how everything you could
you couldn't
sold
buy
out.
hand sanitizer. You couldn't buy bleach. You could remember you wanted to find bleach. So
I
bleach clothes.
I just wanted to bleach tie-dye my clothes.
Couldn't find it.
I couldn't.
Because everybody what? Do you clean with bleach? Why did
Yes,
everybody
you cleaned with bleach. Yes.
I'm why did everybody?
Yes.
And then toilet paper was a big thing, and just canned foods. You could, you had to. People were mass stocking.
I went to Walmart and the racks in the shelves were empty. It was crazy.
Yeah. And even my family, we're a shop 3 times a week. We don't really stock up on food. That was the only time we ever did. And not even that much compared to most people. Which is oh my gosh.
Yeah, so many people probably had their extra pantries or whatever stocked full of canned foods, non-perishable items, all that jazz.
Well, that's what it was. Everyone was preparing for an apocalypse.
That was a bit ridiculous. Oh no.
Did you get your finger stuck in the
Yes.
steering wheel?
Ow, I just got my finger stuck in the...
Oh my god.
Again.
Don't do it again.
Okay, ow. Why did I just do that? Why did I just... Ow, what the heck?
Do you like having your N? Freedom?
What?
Freedom with your N. Now we're...
my N. Okay, sure.
moving
Let's
to
talk
car.
about driving.
Now that you're getting your finger stuck in your car.
I love having my N. It's awesome. I can drive anywhere. Well, not anywhere because I might get in trouble if I drove anywhere. But I'm very lucky that since my mom is working from home, she doesn't really go anywhere. So most of the time I do get access to the car. I drive myself and my brother and occasionally Taryn to school and back. Mm-hmm.
It's nice.
I recently got a job, actually, which is really exciting. I am now working at Cactus Club. I am a hostess. Please come visit me. So I drive myself to work and back. I drive myself to dance.
Yeah.
It's so much more freedom because I can just take myself
and your
anytime I need to go
must love
somewhere.
it too.
Definitely, except for we're paying more for gas now.
Oh,
because my mom didn't really used to drive around that much.
Yeah.
and my dad would drive me and my brother everywhere, and my dad's car is a company car, so he doesn't pay for gas in that car.
Yeah.
So we're
Wouldn't
probably
nice?
spending a lot more money on gas now.
Yeah, totally. I do wish I was getting my N in the summer, but the earliest I can take my test is September 18th.
That's not that bad.
So I'll get it right at the beginning of
You'll have it
school.
right. That's like, oh no, I got mine in December.
Yeah,
Never mind.
but
yeah.
My mom will be just going back to work then, so I won't be able to get the car for school most likely. Most days. Which kind of sucks.
Yeah, true.
But I'll be pretty good about getting it, like, at night, I feel like going out. I don't know.
Going out to do...
Going out?
Nothing?
Just, like, joy. I don't know. Like, even just, like, with COVID and everything, like, if I can just go for a drive at night.
That's what me and my friends do. We go for drives. We just, kind of illegal, but we hop in one person's car, like the four of us in one of our cars, and we just drive. We go downtown, we go to Deep Cove, we go to Horseshoe Bay, like, we go all around.
That sounds lovely.
It's fun-ish, but it's nothing special. I thought it, like, before we all had our ends, we were so excited to have our ends and go on all these adventures, but now that it's actually happening, it's meh, you know?
It's meh.
It's meh. It's pretty meh.
Well, it's nothing compared to what? Going to party every weekend and stuff, like...
Yeah.
And hanging out
in huge groups of people.
Yeah. That definitely is a different thing.
Yeah.
Luckily, thank God, though, I will always be blessed for the fact of, like, FaceTime. Group FaceTime.
Technology.
Could you, like...
Technology. Period.
Yeah.
Technology.
Yeah. What? Am I going to sit at home and read? I don't read. I don't read.
You don't know how to read.
I don't know how to read.
But yeah, I'm not going to read either.
My friends and I, you know, we do, like, the whole Netflix party thing.
Yep.
We do group FaceTime, you know, we make it work to an extent, and, like, thank God for that. Thank God. Just itching your nose?
I got an itchy nose.
Yeah.
Should we
wrap things up?
Yeah. Should we answer some fans' questions?
Yeah. Let's do it.
So I asked people to send me some interesting / fun topic discussions / questions for a podcast. So the first thing that was sent in by anonymous viewer number 1 is simply the one word drinking.
That's
so
funny.
My favorite thing to drink is water.
We're big water drinkers.
I absolutely love drinking water.
My skin hits the wall if I don't drink enough water. I drink more water if I eat more, because I drink a lot of water when I eat. I don't know.
Okay, to wash the food down, maybe?
Yeah. Like, I like eating chips and just drinking a lot of water with my chips.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
I know you like to dip your popcorn in your water.
No.
Yeah.
Salt and vinegar chips.
Oh, salt and vinegar chips in the water.
No, but I don't
my bad.
dip it. I put it in my mouth, and then I take a sip of water and, like, chew it in.
I know,
everyone.
A little weird.
I know, just a bit.
All right.
So drink water, everybody.
Drink water.
Drink
yeah,
water.
It's good for you. It makes you feel awesome. Next one, Taryn, would you like to read it off?
Does coffee help students focus? I don't drink coffee.
Yeah, I don't like coffee, so I can't really answer this. Next up, tips on surviving high school.
I say we've had, I don't know, friend-wise, like school-wise, do your homework, which I'm not good at. Like, don't procrastinate.
Make friends. Like, make good friends, because you'll make relationships that hopefully you'll be able to keep for the rest of your life.
Make good friends, but also don't just stick to your one
yes.
little pod. Be open. Talk to everyone. Because and that's what I think I've done really well. If my friends aren't at school, I can make conversation with people.
Yeah, you don't have to be super close with everyone, but be friendly and be open to being friends with everyone and anyone, because who knows, it might be the person you never expected to be friends with, and you become like the best of friends, and you keep that relationship for the rest of your life.
And like, don't single yourself out. Have your close friends that you're really comfortable with, but be open too at the same time.
Agreed.
Yeah, what else is there? Oh, self-confidence.
Oh, that's a fun one.
I don't know.
I mean, I'd say I'm a pretty confident person.
Yeah.
I definitely have my times where I don't feel confident whatsoever.
Yeah.
But you've just really gotta, it's cheesy to say, but you've just really gotta love yourself.
Yeah, which is, If
you can't love yourself, how in the heck you gonna love somebody else?
I know. And I'm similar to you.
As
like,
RuPaul would say.
I've always been, like, decently confident. If anything, I get more self-conscious, like, at school and, like, learning and everything.
Oh,
like,
not
less.
like,
it's not always about looks.
It's not
I
physical.
Think. Yeah, it's not always about looks. I think a lot of it can be
mental.
I'm not always the best at school and whatever. So I think sometimes that, or like even like last year I had a math class with a ton of my friends and I was the one to get the bad math grade.
Oh,
so sometimes that can,
and then you feel ashamed.
That can be I think that was always more of a difficulty for me than the whole look thing.
And also just know that everyone has
their own.
Everyone has things that they're insecure about. Everyone is self-conscious at times. There's nobody who is super, super confident all the time, even if they appear that way. Like, I'm gonna tell you, fake it till you make it, honestly.
Yeah. Like, and I think you can help create more self-confidence for yourself.
Okay, yeah.
I don't know what I'm trying to get at there, but like
just do for you what makes you feel best.
Yeah.
That'll get you farthest in life, because if you're just trying to please other people, you're not going to be happy within yourself.
And like appease to standards and everything. Like, it's just not, it's not worth it either. It's just, I agree.
All right. Well, I guess those are the only things that people told us to talk about. So I'm thinking we might head off here.
We'll get out of
I think we've been sitting in this parking lot for a while now. It might be time for us to leave. So thank you so much for joining us today on Live with Liv. And I'd like to say a big thank you to my best friend Taryn for joining me to chat about some completely random things that don't really correlate to each other. But you know what? We had a fun time.
Well, thanks for having me. I had fun.
Thanks for coming. I'm glad to hear that. So to all my viewers, if you have any questions or anything you want me and maybe another special guest to discuss in the next podcast, just leave the comments below and maybe we'll get to them. I hope you enjoyed coming along on this little in-car chat with us today, and I hope you have a fantastic rest of your day and week and whatnot. Until next time, signing off. See you later.
Bye, guys.